Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about gang stalking and what do gang stalkers want and how to defeat them. First of all, I have been a targeted individual for approximately 2 years now, and I've found out a lot of information about gang stalking and how this program works, and my goal here is to bring it to other targeted individuals, primarily those that are newly targeted individuals like myself. And I also want to bring this knowledge to the open public that knows nothing of this program, to maybe educate them and to let them know that there is a program like this that exists. So let's talk about where does gang stalking come from and how it was originated. Gang stalking was originated by Adolf Hitler during World War II. He had approximately 600 or so psychologists developing programs for mind control. His philosophy was the war of the future will be this psychological war, and that seems to be becoming true. So after World War II was over, the majority of those psychologists were brought over here to America and placed under the direction of the CIA. Now the CIA used these psychologists to implement a program called Project Paperclip, and it went on to sprout other programs such as MK Ultra and Project Monarch. And you can go online and read up on these programs. There's a ton of information out there if you look up MK Ultra. Now, when you're basically, this is an harassment program, and you are under surveillance for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The means by which they do this are hidden GPS detectors in your vehicle, and local agencies are used to keep you under surveillance and harass you and track your every movement. There's different ways you can be put on this program. Whistleblowers was really sought after as far as a way for companies to get revenge against people, or people in certain agencies to get revenge against people, but revenge seems to be a strong factor in putting one on this program. I am on this program because of revenge from someone I dated for a couple of years, and I'll be making a video about female stalkers here in the next week or so, and we'll go into more detail about her. So now let's talk about what do gang stalkers want. What do gang stalkers want? Well, it actually comes down to just a few things. They have a few goals in mind. Their main goal would be for you to commit suicide. This is their top goal and their main goal, mainly because with suicide there's no trail of evidence of any wrongdoing. You just look like another statistic, like someone who had enough of life and you decided to commit suicide. The number two thing that they like to cause is to mess with your general psyche, to give you psychological issues, to convince you that you need psychological help, that you're not well balanced. And there's a lot of trickery involved here, a lot of smoke and mirrors that they use to try to convince one of this. My advice to you is, if you're aware you're under this program, do not go to any psychologists or any doctors for evaluation. There's nothing wrong with you. There are people out there that are scheming against you, that are trying to mess with your psychological makeup. Now, if they don't get either one of those, if they could put enough pressure on you to get you to commit some sort of crime out of anger or rage, they would love that too. Basically, it's just a big setup. It's a trick to try to get you to do something you normally wouldn't do. It's mind control. Now, if all of these do not happen, if they fail to make any of these three happen, the next thing they would love to see would be for you to fall into a state of depression, or you to fall into a state of mind where you just don't want to leave home, to put you in a world of misery. For you to be miserable from sun up to sundown is what they would love to see. And they will implement their tricks on you day in and day out to try to bring this to fruition, to bring this to reality, to turn you into a couch potato, to make you not want to leave your house. It's sick and it's sadistic, but that's the way these people are. And one thing you have to understand about these people, the controllers, the ones that are running things, the ones that would never be seen, they're one class of people. But the class of people that are out on the street are nothing more than that 16-year-old person that was in your 7th grade English class. I mean, real failures at life. But now that they're a part of this program, they feel like, maybe I can be part of something big. Maybe this is my chance to be part of something important. So they use this opportunity to do that. Others are just miserable people in general, and misery loves company. So they want to take you down in the process. Now, let's talk about how to defeat gang stalking. What you're going to have to do to defeat gang stalking is to get proactive. You know, just sitting around not doing nothing is not going to help your situation. I mean, these guys are just going to run over you that much more if you stand still and you don't do anything. If you just hope they'll go away. No, they're just going to take advantage of that and make your life even more miserable. So how do you defend against it, and how do you defeat gang stalking? Well, you go on the offensive. And when you go on the offensive, what you need to do is put them under surveillance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How do you do that? Get video cameras. Make video cameras a living part of your life. Set them up in your car. Let me give you an example of how to do that. Okay, so here we are. Generally what you need is 2 cameras. I have one up here for on-site vision while I'm driving, and that stays on constantly. That would be camera number 1. Camera number 2 is a swivel, which can rotate 360 degrees and catch anything I want from any direction. Now, between these 2 cameras, I have total surveillance of everywhere I go, everywhere I drive. Now, along with the cameras in the car, make sure you get a camera you can take with you wherever you go. And I suggest these right here. These are sunglasses that have a camera designed inside of them. Now, between your cameras in your car and these right here, everything you have in your surrounding is under surveillance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And trust me, one thing these perpetrators are afraid of more than anything is exposure. You will see maybe a surge of perpetrators when you do first get cameras, as they're trying to frustrate you or dissuade you from using cameras, but they are scared of them, and you will see a difference in the long run. Now, what's very important for you to realize is your attitude and your energy is detrimental to defeating gang stalking. And what I mean by your attitude and your energy is positive energy defeats negative energy. But negative energy will win over no energy. Negative energy is what the perpetrators bring. And when they flash mob you and they come in groups or in numbers, this is what you're dealing with. This is you, and these are the perps. The perps will work together to bring their negative energy as a whole to infect you with their negative poison. What you have to do is tell yourself, no matter what they do to you, you're going to infect them with positive energy. And by positive energy, what I mean by that specifically is if someone's giving you a dirty look, or if they come up to you and say something disrespectful, just say, "Hey man, how you doing?" and smile at them. trust me, this makes them madder than anything. When they know they can't get under your skin, it defeats them. I've seen the look on their face. They look totally dejected when you smile at them and wave at them. I talk to my perps. When they come up to me, I say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? The looks on their face look like the look of total defeat. One of my gang stalkers is getting ready to walk through the door. I know this because he parks beside of me with a bicycle obnoxiously attached to his car.
Hey, morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah, this is line right here.
Yours?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hey there. I have a venti blonde roast, please. Just a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll take it up. All right, thank you. You too.
So as you can see, this guy wants his presence known as he's parked beside my car with his bicycle attached to the back of his car. This guy's goal is to impose his will on me, but I'm going to impose my will on him. We'll wait for him outside. And what I'm going to do is ask him some questions about his bike that he doesn't expect. Now listen to his speech patterns as I ask him these questions and how he starts to stutter and try to think about his answers.
Now, do you race on the 5,000 meter or the 10,000 meter?
On the bike?
Yes.
I just ride on the roads. I love it.
Yeah? How long you been riding?
Oh, man. I don't know, 30 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right locally around town?
I just, yeah, right around. I mean, I've lived all over the country, but I mean, I've been, when I came back here, I used to live in D.C., but then I ride all, you know, go up to north of town and just get on roads and go.
Go out to 150?
Yeah, and I'll cut across 150, go up to Scalyville Road and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They got 40 miles in.
I used to live out that way.
No, it's a beautiful area.
Yeah, I do mountain bike riding now. I
Yeah.
used to do that.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a great bike in town.
Oh yeah, it
I
is,
love it.
man. All right, buddy.
I could do it every day if I had a chance.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Take care. Yep.
You confront these perps head on and defuse their will.
Now, in closing this video, you can be sure of one thing. The more pressure you are feeling, the more that tells you these people are scared to death of you. What they are doing is not working, and they're trying to put more pressure on you to make it work, to break your will. Now, if you have any questions or need any more advice, my email is attached. Please feel free to contact me.